I mean, he cut me off.
Well, there's that.
So it was difficult.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the most notable celebrity kids who, against the usual trend, have been or will be cut off by their rich parents, gaining little from their wealth and industry connections.
Prince Harry explained that he was cut off financially by his father after stepping down.
Number 10, JC Chan. Born to the legendary Jackie Chan, JC Chan followed in his footsteps, forging a career in the Hong Kong film industry.
PC 529 康寧康曹，呢度發現有聞到要求白車，冇明顯嘅傷痕，地點係中環士蘭街。
However, he's still overshadowed by his famous dad, as his films haven't quite hit the mark. But if JC thinks he can fall back on Jackie's estimated $400 million net worth, he's in for a surprise.
After film, 6 months, 9 months, I'm filming. After filming, I go home, I open the door. Hi there, how are you?
The martial artist star has made it abundantly clear his kids need to find their own way without his money or connections. He drove this point home in 2014 when he refused to use his influence to help JC out of a drug possession case in China.
China's state broadcaster released this video showing police inside the home of 31-year-old actor JC Chan.
In 2021, the younger Chan launched his own tequila brand, so it appears he's finding his own way after all. Number 9, Tilly and Holly Ramsey. On his cooking shows, Gordon Ramsay is famous for his no-nonsense attitude and blunt honesty, and he's just as straightforward with his family.
Listen, I know you may be slightly stupid. First nominee and why?
The celebrity chef has raised his kids not to expect a penny of his fortune. He gives them a modest allowance and makes sure they do not fly first class. His daughters Tilly, a chef and TV personality herself, and Holly, a fashion designer and blogger, know they'll have to earn their own money because Daddy has no plans to hand over his.
The famed chef has no intention of leaving behind his reported $175 million fortune to his kids. Quote, "It's definitely not going to them, and that's not in a mean way, it's to not spoil them."
However, while he may be cutting them off financially, Ramsey is quick to defend his kids. In 2021, he swiftly clapped back at a radio DJ who body-shamed Tilly after her appearance on Strictly Come Dancing.
Good to see you, gorgeous. You good?
Good, thank you.
How was the flight?
It was long.
How was the boyfriend?
I don't have one.
Good. Keep it like that.
Number 8, Kelly, Travis, and Wesley Campbell. Country singer Glenn Campbell led a life as colourful as his music, with 4 marriages and 8 children.
I owe him everything I am and everything I ever will be. He will be remembered so well and with so much love.
He passed away in 2017, 6 years after being diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease. Shortly after his death, it was revealed that 3 of his children had been, surprisingly, omitted from his will. Kelly, Travis, and Wesley Campbell, who were products of the singer's second marriage, were specifically cut off from benefiting from Campbell's estate, which was initially pegged at $50 million. However, this fortune was later revalued to just over $400,000.
He only saw his father once. Travis insists he wanted to spend even more time with the singing legend, but Kim wouldn't allow it.
The 3 children contested the will anyway, arguing that their dad had been unduly influenced to cut them off. They later dropped their case, ultimately leaving empty-handed.
That was all done in 2002, and that was a choice that was made by Glenn, not me. And there were reasons for it, because Travis hadn't visited his dad in 20 years.
Number 7, Katie Cassidy. Arrowverse actress Katie Cassidy was born to 70s teen heartthrob David Cassidy and fashion model Sherry Williams. After the relationship between her parents ended, Cassidy was raised by her mother and stepfather and remained largely estranged from her famous father for years.
This will be a daily reminder for me to share my gratitude with those I love, as to never waste another minute, before ending her tweet with, "Thank you."
Although the two seemed to patch up their relationship later in life, David specifically excluded Cassidy and any of her descendants from his will, leaving his $150,000 estate all to his son, Beau.
Former teen idol had just $150,000 in assets when he died last month at 67. The entire amount is going to his 26-year-old actor's son, Beau.
This emerged after the actor and musician died in November 2017 of organ failure. But it doesn't seem like the actress was after father's fortune anyway. She still took to social media to pay tribute to him after his passing.
I think it was just this moment of, I don't know, I guess a relief, he could be in peace.
Number 6, Christina and Christopher Crawford. Oscar-winning actress Joan Crawford adopted 5 children throughout her lifetime. Following her death in 1977, her eldest daughter Christina stirred up controversy with the release of her memoir, Mummy Dearest, alleging mistreatment by her famous mother.
We've had a philosophy, I think, for many years that children belong to their parents, that they are extensions of their parents, and that the parents have the right to do anything they please. And I think we have to rethink that.
Although this book was published after Crawford's death, she was reportedly aware that Christina was writing it before she passed away. Hence, many believe this was the reason she decided to make a last-minute amendment to her will, excluding Christina and her brother Christopher from inheriting a share of her $2 million estate.
And a lot of people have asked me why I didn't do that. That was simply my choice. My brother had some different choices. He tried to leave, but those were my choices, and that's the way I dealt with it.
However, Christina and Christopher disagreed with this omission. They contested Crawford's will in court and were eventually awarded a combined $55,000 settlement.
Family violence is still a tough subject because it involves parents, it involves community, and until we solve that, we're not going to solve the other.
Number 5, Tory Spelling.
It ended up being a very, very, very small amount based on what he was worth. It's public what you inherited, right?
Yeah.
So if her father was worth hundreds of millions of dollars, she inherited $800,000.
Tory Spelling grew up in the lap of luxury as the daughter of prolific film and TV producer Aaron Spelling. She later gained popularity for her role on the TV show Beverly Hills 90210, which was produced by her father's company. However, when he passed away in 2006, Spelling received an inheritance that surprised many.
Fortune of $500 million, and you were left with $800,000 in his will.
Of his staggering $500 million fortune, her father left her only $800,000. While that is still a considerable sum, it amounted to a mere 0.16% of his total wealth. The reasons behind this surprising decision aren't quite clear, but it might be linked to Spelling's lavish spending habits, which might have given her father pause about trusting her with more cash.
The TV reality star talks about her new book, Spelling It Like It Is, and says that after several financial setbacks, she's had to rethink her lifestyle and spending choices.
Number 4, Jamie Lee Curtis. When he passed away in 2010, veteran Hollywood actor Tony Curtis was buried with some of his favorite possessions, including his iPhone, an Armani scarf, and a Stetson hat.
Curtis married and divorced several times, most famously to actress Janet Leigh. Their child, actress Jamie Lee Curtis, is one of 6 he had with 5 wives.
He may have stopped short of taking his entire fortune to the grave, but he clearly had no intention of leaving it to his kids either. Mere months before his death, Curtis rewrote his will, explicitly naming and cutting off all of his children. One of those children was Jamie Lee Curtis.
I understand the industry, but I have the same gratitude for it.
Are you in any way like your dad?
Oh, sure.
Although the Oscar-winning actress gave the eulogy at her father's funeral, she and her siblings were totally blindsided by the decision. Instead of his kids, Curtis chose to leave his $60 million estate to his 6th wife.
You know, he loved it. He loved the performance of Tony Curtis. And I'm caught in the middle.
Number 3, Gwyneth Paltrow. Gwyneth Paltrow was born to 2 pretty influential individuals in the film industry.
My father's daughter, Gwyneth, joins us right now to do a little cooking here this morning. Gwyneth, good to see you. How are you?
Me too. Good. Thanks for having me.
This was a wonderful tribute to your dad.
Her father, Bruce Paltrow, directed and produced shows like The White Shadow and Saint Elsewhere, while her mother, Blythe Danner, is a Tony and Emmy-winning actress.
My father was so important to me because he showed me the importance of family and those values, and that, you know, if you invest in those relationships, you have a good life.
Sure, Paltrow got a leg up thanks to her parents' influence, but once she turned 18, they cut her off completely. No more money, no more help. According to the actress, she had to fend for herself, taking a job as a restaurant hostess while chasing her acting dreams. While he may not have provided financial help, Paltrow still remembers her dad fondly as someone who always helped her stay grounded.
Our relationship was like one of the fun aspects of it was around food and eating out and cooking together. And
Number 2, Dakota Johnson.
Melanie Griffith is your mom, Don Johnson is your dad, and I was reading how Don Johnson was like, look, you're going to college.
Today, Dakota Johnson is a well-known actress, following the famous footsteps of her parents, actors Don Johnson and Melanie Griffith. After graduating high school, Johnson chose to pursue acting instead of going to college, a decision that came at a cost.
You know what that means. I mean, you won't be on the payroll anymore, and how are you going to manage this? She said, don't you worry about it.
In her family, skipping college meant losing any financial support from her parents. Despite this, Johnson was willing to take the risk. She was left to find her own way, but her gamble ultimately paid off. Not long after she ditched the college route, Johnson landed a role in the 2010 film The Social Network, which marked the start of her professional career in the industry.
This is blowing my mind.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1, Prince Harry.
I had 3 conversations with my grandmother and 2 conversations with my father before he stopped taking my call.
In January 2020, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle stunned the public when they announced that they would be stepping down from their roles as members of the British royal family. As part of their exit deal, Harry agreed to become financially independent of the royal family, though his father, King Charles, pledged to support him privately for a year while he found his feet.
But the fact of the matter is, Harry feels he was cut off financially, and clearly Clarence House are saying a substantial sum was given.
However, during the now famous interview with Oprah Winfrey, Harry revealed he was completely cut off financially in early 2020 and had to rely on funds left by his late mother Diana. A spokesperson for the King refuted this claim, stating that Harry was given a substantial sum to ease the transition.
According to the report, Prince Charles paid a total of $6.3 million to sons Prince William and Harry for their official expenditure.
What do you make of these cases? Do you think some of these Nepo babies still had a leg up regardless? Let us know in the comments below.
I kind of like how you also poke fun of this whole Nepo baby thing. Nepo, however you say it.
Nepo baby.
Nepo baby.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.